Okay, this family photo, just to give you an idea, my big sister was 10. So this is my mom, this is my dad, this is my older sister Veronica. That's me.
My name is Naomi Cross. My dad was a Marine. Because he was in the military, he was extremely structured.
I tried not to be too much of a dominating parent, nothing like that, but I wasn't one for excuses.
Every day there's something that happens, and I struggle with how I was raised and the structure and the code that we were raised with and how life actually is.
I think Naomi started just in a place where she was a little bit confused about who she was. That ended up having her kind of mesh with people, whether it was her husband's or her family's expectations.
And when I met my ex-husband, his world had no rules. Time went on and I was pregnant with my daughter. And I noticed things started going wrong with him. One day I seen him using, and I said, I want to know how it feels. I want to know what it is that's taking you away from your family. What is it? What is that feeling that you get that's so powerful that we didn't matter? So at that moment, he taught me how to use heroin. And it was finally, I didn't feel depression in my marriage. I didn't feel like I had to deal with all of this extra stuff that I really didn't want to deal with. There was no family, there was no love or anything that I was raised with. I went full-fledged just using.
It got to the point where her addiction had kind of taken a new level.
They found her out in the parking lot with the baby under her, and she was out. She had OD'd.
I gave my daughter to my sister for a year.
I have to take her. I can't leave her around this any longer.
In a selfish way at the time, I thought I was doing the best I could. I just wasn't a parent for a while.
It's different when you see it, firsthand. It's different when you lay eyes on it, you're like, whoa, this is real. I hated her for a long time. I prepared for her death.
It was a decision between my ex-husband and drugs and my children. Because the first time I went into Meta House, I felt like I was doing it to please my parents. I was doing it so I can get everybody off my back, so I can go out there and use the right way. There was really no intention to ever quit.
It's not like she got sober and life became easy. She got sober and life started tossing life-sized hail at her.
And I left on a pass, and it was my birthday weekend.
And then there was a relapse right around her birthday.
After I relapsed, I came back to Meta House, and I tried to be as normal as possible. I felt sick, so I went in the bathroom, and that's the last thing I remember. The first thing I came to and thought about was they're taking my kids this time. They didn't, and they gave me a chance for whatever reason, and I've been clean ever since. Okay, we're gonna go on the production floor. This is where all the magic happens. What I do is I oversee a crew of usually around 20 people. We make sure production rates are good and the quality always has to be on point. And also making sure everybody's focusing on the recovery as well. So,
my name is Dan Sippy. I'm operations manager at Apricity Milwaukee. We're like a second chance program. We give them a chance to work in an environment that's clean.
Right here is where huddle happens. Basically what I put on the board every day is an inspirational quote.
When Naomi came here and became my team leader, I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep up with her.
Pretty good. He's a pretty good boss to have.
I think my job keeps me grounded. I think it keeps me in my recovery. It keeps recovery in the forefront.
Meta House saved her life. They didn't just save my daughter, they saved my grandchildren, you know, and what have they done for my family, for me? Really, you know, I've got my daughter back.
You were able to battle something that not many people even live through, let alone become, you know, the parent they were supposed to be.
I really think that her voice could mean a lot to a lot of other women. If you don't know her as a woman of strength, you don't know Naomi.
Strength to me now is the ability to be yourself without second guessing it. Gotta give a lot of credit to Mid House.